Hey y'all, it's Mikey. Welcome to the farm and our new channel. As you can see, we've made a couple of changes, including our channel name. We are now Rooted Traditions Homestead. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. If you've been following us along for a while on our journey of celebrating farm life, well, this is a channel name that we feel like is going to carry us into the future. So we'll discuss more about that at the end of this video. But for now, we've got to get out to the garden, get some stuff harvested. So y'all come along with us and see what we're up to today. That's a nice size right here. I like them when they're like that. When they get big like this, they're good for cucumber salad, putting them in some vinegar, salt and pepper, letting them sit in the refrigerator for a little while. So yeah, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper, and some marinated cucumbers. Can't beat that. Picking out the last bit of our Roma tomatoes. As you can see, the plants are starting to die back and not producing as many tomatoes. There's still a good bit actually on the plants. This one right here, it's got a lot still on it, needs to ripen up, but I'm eventually pulling these tomato plants out so we can start getting fall stuff in the garden. Like this one I see only has 3 tomatoes left on the bush. So once I get those off the plants coming out and making room for new harvest.
So these are our llama beans. As you can see right here, this is the youngest plants that she just planted a couple of weeks ago. These are the ones about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then these are the ones that we started at the beginning of the season. These are the ones that the geese mutilated, and they're actually starting to fill back out and do really good for us. So we will not be without llama beans this year.
I don't know how in the world I missed that big old zucchini. So I guess I could try my hand again at zucchini bread, y'all. But I see that there's another one coming up and one right back there. So a couple of zucchinis coming out. And I planted a couple of more.
These are the new zucchini plants to take their place when they die out. So they have no fruit on them yet. I don't even see any blooms in there, but they are doing outstanding. All right, so these are our watermelons.
Look how big this one is, y'all. That's gonna be nice when it gets ripe. Looking forward to some crimson sweet watermelon. Well, we finally took care of the kudzu beetles, hence the stained fingers. But I think we finally got them all under control. This is the side that the geese got a hold of, and y'all can see they're just pretty much spent looking on this side. I'm leaving them because they do still have some blooms on them and hoping they're still gonna produce some green beans. But all along this side is new pole beans coming up. So hopefully we'll get a good harvest of our pole beans that we planted out here this year. I see my new vines have a little baby pole bean on it. That's a good sign. Lots of flowers. Oh, look. And I just noticed these on these new vines. So it looks like we're going to be getting some more pole beans soon. We have a mixture of sweet potatoes and honeydew melons in this patch right here amongst all the weeds. But this one I keep coming out and checking. That's a big one right there. I don't think it's ripe yet.
Nope, it's getting, that thing is huge, y'all. Huge. And this is the reason she planted more squash and zucchini. As y'all can see, our biggest and best volunteer squash plant has finally looking like it's giving up the ghost.
Yeah. So it's still got a couple little squash on it. As you can see, it's still producing. And that's why I haven't pulled it up yet.
That's a big squash plant. These are our pork chop tomatoes right here. And as y'all can see, there's only one left on this whole plant, and it's just about ready. And over here we have our Better Boys, which I think is definitely going to be a plant that we're going to plant in the future, because this plant has already produced many tomatoes for us. And there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tomatoes on this plant. And they are huge. They are absolutely almost about pretty much baseball size. Most of them down there. These still have to grow. But y'all, that tomato plant, that is producing really good for us right here. And as y'all can see, the jalapenos, they're loaded down. There's probably like 30 jalapenos on here that are coming along. Here's a good one. Need to get out here tomorrow or the next day and start picking them. But they're pretty much loaded down with jalapenos. Over here, y'all can see the chili peppers. They're starting to turn red, so I can go ahead and pick that one off. But y'all can see the probably 50 something on here that haven't turned yet. So the peppers are doing really good for us this year. These bushes are absolutely loaded. And the brandywine over here, it done pretty good for us this year. Really love the taste of the tomatoes. There's only one left on here. Down in there, only one left. And this bush will come up. So we'll definitely be planting the brandywine, the Better Boys, and the pork chop tomatoes again next year, definitely. And the asparagus bed over here is absolutely doing good. I can start seeing some of the seeds on it coming. This is just the first year, so we cannot harvest off of it this year or probably the next year. You want it to be well established before you start taking some of the asparagus spears off of it. But it is doing absolutely wonderful coming up, seeding and spreading. The pear tree is absolutely loaded. If y'all look at the limbs, they are absolutely just bent down to the ground. Absolutely loaded with pears. Y'all can see them baby okras. There's 1, 2, 3, and possibly a 4th one right there in that same little cluster. You're gonna be getting okra for a while. Mm-hmm. I know you happy. Yuck.
Yes, I'm not complaining.
Yuck.
So I think I'm gonna, right now I'm trying to get some so we can start pickling some. You do like pickled okra?
Yeah, I do like pickled okra.
All of our squash plants are doing really, really good. We did have a couple of them. We had a problem with the squash bugs getting a hold of them. And I came out here and pulled up the ones that were dying off. I pulled them out and planted new squash seeds. So there's one, there's one. Got some down here too. Over there and over here. So they're coming up. Got some here. Got some more squash here.
Yeah, we got a good supply of squash.
Yes.
Definitely.
Look at this, and we've got plenty more. Look at all the blooms still.
That's a lot of blooms, y'all.
Got a baby squash coming up right there. You see it?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. I mean, they're just producing good.
Yes.
I think this
There's
year,
one that needs to be picked. You just miss them because they blend in with the blooms.
The blooms, yeah. You got to look for them real good. Especially when you got this many plants out here and the leaves just kind of cover it.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like looking for a cucumber. And y'all, we have had an amazing, I think everybody had an amazing cucumber year, but this year's been definitely
Wow.
a squash and cucumber year.
Yes, definitely. That one probably tomorrow. If y'all look at that one down there, it's almost.
Yep, it's getting there. It's kind of funky shape, but
yeah,
it's still edible. All right, so let's get all this taken care of.
Sounds good to me. I can't wait to get into them sweet potatoes.
Yeah. It's hot outside.
Yes, it is. Oh.
Look at all this harvest, y'all. Is this
That's a lot of squash.
a lot of squash? So we need to get all this washed. I need to wash my hands. Oh my goodness. It's so nasty and sweaty.
Yes.
My big old zucchini.
We let that get too much bigger. I could have just used that for Halloween to carve it as a pumpkin.
I know, right? More cucumbers. Yes. I'll let you take those. So we've got some beans on the tray right here. We're setting those out to dry out. We're going to be saving these for seeds. I wanted to show y'all. We took one out of the pod. That's a nice size pole bean pea right there. So we'll be saving that for next year. So that's what we're doing with our pole beans here. I got some okra that I harvested the other day. Some Romas here that are washed. I need to get these in my freezer bags in the freezer. I've been putting up a ton of Roma tomatoes. So these I'm gonna have to wash. And some of them need to be put in the windowsill so they can finish ripening up.
And we will let some of the okra go to seed when it starts getting right at the end. We'll go ahead and let it grow some of the big ones and let them dry and go to seed.
Yes, yes. So all this okra is gonna have to be washed up, and I'm gonna see if I can pickle some of it this year. And some of it I can tell right now got a little bit too big, as y'all can see. And this is not gonna go to waste. This right now will go to the pigs. That's not, I don't know, we could probably save the seeds out of that one, but we like actual bigger ones than this that we can save the seed from, yes.
Yes,
But
you want the seeds to mature.
these are perfect for pickling, so.
Yeah. We actually need to let them dry on the bush a little bit. That way the seeds we will make sure to mature before we.
Yeah, we did that last year.
Yeah.
So we've got plenty.
All right. So the
And
game
still
plan.
getting plenty of okra.
Yes.
It's falling on the floor.
Rocky said he ain't gonna get it because he's done grabbed a piece of okra before. He don't think too much of it.
Yeah, Rocky doesn't. Gracie eats it. Gracie likes the okra. He said, no, thank you. I think that's a pig piece anyway. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Hey, buddy.
All right. Yeah, y'all can't see Rocky. He's kind of short, huh? All right. So let's go ahead and get started on this squash. That's a ton of it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
what we're going to do, I'm going to take it over here, wash it up really good, get it back over here. I'll show y'all a little bit of that, and then we'll bring y'all along for freezing it. Cutting it up and freezing.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Can y'all, and imagine I actually planted more squash seed. Oh, goodness. While you're working on that, I'm going to go ahead and start getting these Romas that I've got washed up here in my freezer bag. So this is what I'm doing, y'all. Gallon-sized freezer bags for my Roma tomatoes. I'm washing them, letting them air dry, sticking them in my freezer bags, putting them in the freezer until I get all of them harvested to be able to do what I want to do with them.
All right, I'm going to get a pig bucket. I think these are too big.
Okay, we can try them and just see how they're gonna do.
Hey, buddy.
All right, I wanted to show y'all this. That's got a little bit of blossom end rot on it. I'm just gonna cut that off. The rest of the tomato, y'all can see, still good. So I'm gonna freeze this part. The other part will go to the pigs. Woo. I need to slow down. We're kind of in a rush today because we are actually going to try to make a live stream tonight so we can catch up and visit with all of you. And so if you're watching this video now, we hope that all of you will enjoy the live stream tonight and we can all catch up with one another. It's been a while, but this is why it's hard for us to schedule out our live streams. Y'all can hear the dogs barking too, because there's always just so much to do. And with Bill's work schedule and just whatever's going on, just like Marty getting out the other day, me having to chase him down, you just never know. So live streams, we just kind of have to play them by ear, and we always enjoy talking and catching up with everybody when we're able to do them. All right, so another bag of Romas, y'all. I'm gonna go stick this one in the freezer in the basement. Can't believe how much squash we've gotten this year.
Yeah, and we was actually sitting there talking, I don't think we're gonna get no squash this year, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly, because that's why I ended up planting more seeds, because we ended up getting some squash bugs come in and some of the plants started dying off. I just went ahead and pulled them up, and I thought, well, better catch it while I can and go ahead and plant them while they'll still come up.
Yeah.
And then the ones that were still left out there are doing so good. Now we've got all those new plants coming up.
Be giving some squash away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have been doing that. This one's too soft, I think. All right, let's go. Pig bucket. When you sit there and you put back the ones that you can't use because it got too overgrown or something was wrong with it, and then you start piling up what you can't use, you feel like, oh my goodness, all that is going to waste, but it's really not.
No.
Because it's helping to feed the animals around here.
That saves me a day's worth of pig food. All right, our water
is boiling. I guess let's go ahead and finish getting them cut up, because this whole other process is going to have to go quick.
Let me get that knife again. Let me see that.
All right.
All right, let me see if I can not cut my finger off. So what I do is take milk jugs or 2-liter drink bottles, fill them almost all the way to the top, just throw them in the freezer and let them freeze up. So when we do projects like this, I don't have to run to one of them little ice machines or the grocery store and get bags of ice. So
yes, and it's also a good thing to always keep ice like that in your freezer, because if you ever have a power outage,
yes,
it still helps to keep your cold stuff cold.
Yes.
And yes, so we always have frozen bottles of water in our freezer.
Yes.
For even just situations like that or this.
Yep.
We're gonna just dunk some in this little basket. That's good. All right. Whoop. Pop them in here. We're going to blanch them for a minute because the water is boiling hot. So we're not going to leave it in here long, because I don't want the squash to start cooking down. And I know a lot of people say to blanch for 3 to 5 minutes, and I've noticed whenever I do that, it seems like the vegetables already start cooking and start getting mushy. I don't want them mushy, I just want to shock them.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Basically, we're sterilizing them.
Yes. So if you are putting up squash, they don't recommend canning squash because of the bacteria. It puts off gases, and I believe, from what I read, can cause botulism. I think I'm right on that. So if you're putting up squash, they recommend blanching it and freezing it. We're gonna strain the water off as much as possible. Dump them in the water. We're gonna put it on big baking sheets or racks. We're lining our cookie sheets with parchment paper, stick them in the freezer for a couple of hours, flash freeze them before we actually start getting them in the bags to vacuum seal them. So this will be our process. You definitely don't want to miss that step in this process as far as flash freezing them, because if you try to stick them in a freezer bag straight into your freezer, you're gonna end up with just a big old clump of mess, and this prevents that from happening. All right, y'all, we have a lot of squash here. So we're gonna cut y'all off of this video for just a few hours and bring you back and show you the rest of it. So yes, when y'all come back, we'll start bagging this up.
Yep.
All right. Have to come back and get that one.
Yeah.
We are the next day after the harvest. All of our squash has been in the freezer overnight, so we're gonna be vacuum sealing it today. This is our Weston Pro 2300 vacuum sealer. We did an unboxing video on this. If y'all wanna go back and look at it, showed you all the setup and everything of it. We have really been enjoying this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this turned on. Hopefully the weather's gonna cooperate. We're getting a storm right now. We told y'all it's been kind of crazy with the weather here lately. Wanted to show y'all our vacuum seal bags up a little bit closer. This is our WeVac, and it comes with 2 sizes of bags, bigger and small ones. And it comes with a built-in cutter. Give me just a second. Ooh. Trying not to hide where y'all can see what I'm doing. So anyway, I got me a vacuum seal bag. I'm gonna go ahead and mark what it is on the bag and the year. I'm gonna place my bag into the vacuum sealer. Press it down, start. Manual seal. That's just starting the bags out. And as y'all can see, made a really good seal across. I'm gonna go ahead and get this filled up with our squash. If we would have had more trays, we could have spread them out more, which would have kept them from sticking together as much. But like I said, the parchment paper, y'all can see how easy they're coming up. And for the most part, they're not sticking. Oh, goodness. Sorry, y'all, that was a bad lightning. Y'all can tell we get lightning bad here. But anyway, y'all can tell that they're not really sticking together very much. And there goes all the dogs. They don't like those loud noises. All right, let's go ahead and get this sealed up. I'm gonna place the bag back on the vacuum sealer. Hold the lid down and just hit start this time. And this is what sucks all the air out and vacuum seals it. Y'all can see how good it's doing. All right, another bag of squash. So that's gonna keep in the freezer really, really nice for us. I'm gonna go ahead and get another bag started here. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we were gonna discuss some of the changes to our channel. I'm sure a lot of you are probably asking questions like, what's going on? Is your content changing? Are y'all changing? Why the name change, right? So we discussed it a little bit more in our live stream if you watched that with us a couple of nights ago. And y'all, whenever I first started this channel, it was showing a city girl, learning how to farm and garden and all the things that come along with homesteading. and just showing my progress and what I've been learning along the way. I am still nowhere experienced. I still have a long way to go because of the fact we didn't grow up like this. I didn't. Bill did, and his family did. But I'm still learning a lot, and we're still sharing our progress with you. But that was loud thunder. It's lightning pretty bad. But anyway, there is a lot of things that Bill can do, and he has so many skills because, like I said, growing up down here with his grandparents, his mom, his dad, his family, this is how they lived. So there's a lot of things that I feel like once he was introduced to the channel that we just need to make this change. So our content will follow along with what we're doing in our channel. In other words, if you're clicking on Celebrating Farm Life to see cute farm animals, well, here at Rooted Traditions Homestead, we do a whole lot more than that. It's all about learning the whole process and living the homesteading life and just becoming as self-sufficient as possible while building a community that is looking for the same. So that's what we're doing here, and we invite y'all to come along with us. Oh, Shepherd, you're scared of the storm? It's storming bad, isn't it? Yes. Poor buddy. He does not like the loud thunder. He cannot stand it. And Crescent is the same way, y'all. She gets so nervous whenever it starts storming. So I'm hoping that the dogs will cooperate. This is what happens. Real life here on the farm. Another thing that I don't know, like I said, if you missed our live stream, if you saw us, we did an unboxing of my canner. And y'all, there is a very funny story behind this canner. We shared it on our live stream. So if you want to go back and check that out. But y'all, this is an all-American canner, and this is going to be a game changer here on the farm. I'm looking forward to putting this to some good use. And as y'all can see, after the harvest we've been bringing in, it's definitely going to be put to some use for sure. All right, so let me go ahead and get another bag started here. And like I said, this vacuum sealer is awesome. We have really been enjoying having this. We went from using freezer bags. We still use freezer bags on some things, but the vacuum sealer, it is completely awesome. So try not to get all, let's see. All right, so there's one tray. And some of our trays, y'all, we're gonna have to go back and get some more of these racks and big cookie sheets like this. So they're definitely good for doing stuff like this, especially when you've got this much bringing in. Oh, it's okay, Shepherd. It's okay, buddy. See if I can fit some more in there. Whoop. Y'all have to let us know if your dogs are the same way, if you notice. I don't remember, excuse me, y'all. I don't remember dogs really ever being this scared of lightning before. Just recently. It's been crazy watching the changes in the animals the past couple of years. And we always say, keep an eye on the animals because they are smart. They are extremely smart and they sense so many things that we don't. We ended up with 7 vacuum sealed bags of squash. This did really, really good for us. I'm fixing to go stick it all in the freezer. But I wanted to tell all of you, thank you so much for coming along with us. And if you're new here or old, if you're interested in getting back to our roots, traditional ways of living, knowing how to survive, being prepared for whatever comes our way, you're in the right place. We welcome all of you to Rooted Traditions Homestead. Y'all take care, be safe, God bless. Y'all come back and see us soon.
A legacy that can't be bought, rooted in our traditions, 'cause it's in our blood. Rooted Traditions Homestead, it's in our blood.